Hello, and welcome to another edition of Book Club. This is Book Club number 2 on the Simp to Pimp channel on my YouTube. You guessed it, I'm with a special guest today. He is notorious for the pimp game. He's been keeping it strong for years. Could you please introduce yourself?
Thank you, Max. I'm delighted to be here. He's right.
Talk a little louder.
Alright, sorry about that. I am a little bit of a pimp myself. Competed in the Pimp Olympics in 2004 and actually placed in 7th.
7th overall. Wow.
Thank you.
I actually didn't even know that. But anything you say, I've actually believed from the day I met you. Of
Max,
course.
I feel the same way about you. That's actually just something that happens when you're great friends with someone. It's like
You have that connection right away. You just sort of see it right away. You can just like, oh, this guy's not gonna bullshit me.
it's like a sixth sense.
Sixth Sense.
Not like in a gay way.
No, because Sixth Sense is a fucking not gay way thing. More the gay way stuff is like chromosomes and things like that. That's like actually, it's embedded into the DNA from what I've researched and seen. You can just...
Have you done a lot of research on gay things?
Just private experience. I consider research also experience
Okay.
of gays.
Oh, okay, so it's more of an experience thing, less of a research thing.
Exactly.
Okay.
Precisely what I'm saying.
All
A lot
right.
of cheek work
Okay.
for
All
that
right.
one. But you're here and you seem to be enjoying yourself. You seem to actually you figured it out seemingly almost at like a young age how to be a pimp.
Max, you're right. I did figure a lot of things out at a young age. I was a little bit of you could call it a prodigy if you'd like. But honestly, I've been through a lot. It was only until 6 months ago I had a mullet. Maybe less.
So you
Time flies when you have a mullet.
Wow. I'm personally trying to get there myself. I haven't even gotten anywhere close to what I saw with you with the mullet. I'll probably try to find a picture of that to get out there.
You probably should. When you have a mullet, everything changes. Everything's different. I'm sure you know that.
I've witnessed it. That's why I'm so desperate to try to get one.
It'll change your life. It did for me. I'm not the same person today because of the mullet.
Just the mullet experience. How long did you stand with the mullet?
I only had the mullet for 2 or 3 months. Here's the thing about the mullet. Girls, they love mullets.
Right. Girls love mullets. I have noticed that. It's part of that pimping life. You really just aerate this aura of confidence that pimps and simps attract to.
Pibes.
Pibes.
Pimp vibes. Is that what you're talking
Oh,
about?
cheers to that. Yes, the pibes. I actually have not heard that term before.
Yeah, pibes are something that you've got to be aware of. They're everywhere. In every room you go into, there's pipes bouncing off the walls.
Pibes. It's very interesting.
And are you giving off pipes or are you taking pipes?
So if you're having the mullet and you're rocking it for about 2 or 3 months, you're
Every day that you have a mullet,
Throwing out.
it throws off more pipes.
pibes.
Yeah.
The pipe sensation.
After a month of a mullet, you're giving off almost maximum pipes.
You're going full blown. You've almost reached peak pipe level.
Yeah, you almost start to plateau
Integration.
at that point.
Really, a plateau.
And it's almost like,
That's when you need to find something else, and you're just like.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you ever cheated in a video game?
Are you talking about GTA cheat codes?
Sure. Perfect. When you do that, the game's not fun anymore. Because you just
too
have
easy.
everything.
You plateaued.
You've plateaued, and that's the mullet. It's like video game cheats.
Video game cheats and the real game talking.
In this real life simulation that we live in.
This is incredible. You have always been one of the most enlightened pimps I've ever seen. And you actually just bring out so much of that into casual conversation that people just don't even pick up on.
Yeah, but the thing is, like we were talking about earlier, I can only communicate because we both throw pipes at each other.
Right.
And those pipes, they
These
intermingle
pipes just
kind of
keep
like
climbing.
like avatar tails.
As we continue the conversation, the avatar tangles
Just continue.
into the next
You go stronger.
simulation.
Exactly.
I love that.
You know what I want to talk about?
People that don't give off pipes.
Pipeless people.
Pibeless people.
What's up with that?
There seems to be a growing number of these, and their hunger for pipes only gets stronger. It's part of these simps. The simps.
How do you feed those pipes? How do you give off more pipes? The mullet's one way, but I don't know.
I mean, it's really, it circles back to, you have to be strong. You have to just allow some people to die. You have to let some of these pibeless people starve and understand that they can change within themselves. It's all about breaking down this cycle that they put themselves into. They've been feeding each other. Oh, these pibes taste so freaking delicious. Where can I get more? Instead of producing the pibes from within.
That makes perfect sense to me. And it makes me wonder, if you're an individual that's completely pibeless, is there hope of giving off pipes? Are you born with pipes? Is it a chromosome thing like being gay?
Excellent question. I think it's part of this nature versus nurture thing that everyone just keeps bringing it back to.
It's always that.
It's like, oh, will we really ever know? And it's probably a combination of both. You know, you may need a little bit of this and a dabble of that, and next thing you know, you're getting sucked off at a young age or something, like a prodigy. But who can really know in such a short time? Again, we're still young here. We're still, 53 or something.
Yeah.
And
together, yeah.
Yeah, together. Combined.
That's how I always count age.
Yeah. Count people in the room and then say, okay, let me add these numbers, multiply.
Let's get a total here. It's the age of the room.
And then that's our combined experience.
And it's the first thing you do after reading the pipes.
The pipes. You read pipes, then you go in, you find out who has the most age experience and who can I combine with to gain more age experience. And then you have the sheeple, or the simps, or the people that need leading.
Gotcha. Now, Max, I know you don't like to get political on the book club, right? This is the book club.
I'm so sorry, yes. I don't, and I may even edit this out.
Okay.
If you get too,
I
too deep.
just have a simple question. It's not too crazy, but if you were to gauge the pipe level of most of the major politicians, who gives off the most pipes?
Most pipes of politicians. Now we're talking about real life politicians.
No,
here?
but I'm not. It can be historically. It can be modern day.
I like to base my pipe level readings off of the Council of Ricks. So the Council of Ricks, they had the guy with the fruity hair, which was like 5 of them, and then they had the one guy with the cool hair.
Cool hair guy.
Cool hair guy. I'm not sure if you remember him. He had a unibrow in the Council of Ricks. And so this guy aerated the pipes mostly because he was the only one making decisions at the time.
He was the leader.
Yeah, he was the leader of the Council of Ricks. And I'll continue. So they have the reason so many of them, well, they eventually got overthrown because there wasn't enough pipes to give off compared to the actual Rick character. And what do you know, when it's a general election, the next biggest pipe, the next guy that gives off the biggest pipe was Evil Morty. Evil Morty gave off the pipes that absolutely destroyed any other candidate from trying.
Can I just interject here real quick? Can I just say you're giving off a lot of pipes, Max?
I'm giving off pipes? Bro, you're gonna make me blush.
Dude, the Supreme headband.
I'll drink to that.
Oh, thank you. The tie. It's pipes.
That's why I do these things, man. I'm trying to inject Pibes into the veins of the YouTube and the internet channels that have been taught to simp for so long.
You're the only one that can do it.
I really feel I'm chosen for this.
Who else? I mean, you've made this your life's mission.
Essentially, I'm balls deep right now.
You
And-
put everything into making the world accept your Pibes.
It's Pibes or die.
It's Pibes or die.
That's the way it goes these days. Now, I understand we've had a lot of ups and downs over the years.
Been through a lot.
Oh, absolutely. And it seems like it only gets worse and worse. Not to get too political or anything, but it almost seems like simping is part of the norm.
That's all I want. And Max, you've probably already done this, and I challenge all the viewers to do this as well. Just day to day, as you're going through your day. I know we don't do a lot now, so I'm tearing up a little bit. But count how many simps you see throughout the day.
This is brilliant.
I mean, it doesn't have to be in real life.
Not like in a separation way.
It could be on the phone. It could be on Twitter.
Oh,
Count how many
yes.
simps you see on Twitter.
If you just go scroll through Twitter and just label it, categorize it, simp, pimp. Figure out who you want to be friends with. Figure out which side you want to be a part of.
I mean, Twitter's it's an echo chamber of all your political beliefs.
Yes, all your political,
Religious, spiritual, physical, mental,
beliefs, mental,
psychological, sexual. All of those things.
all of them.
So if you're
Separate
not,
echo chambers, but people just want to hear themselves with the same bots that say the same things.
and what do you think about pixelated and virtual pipes? Do they count as much as, real life to life interactual pipes?
Yeah, the Pibes vibes dynamic. So if you're looking for all validation and all Pibes all through the internet, if all you're doing is consuming through the internet these Pibes instead of interfacing with real life vibes and pimping criteria, you're not going too far, man. You're shooting yourself in the foot every time.
And what's interesting is there's this weird phenomenon where someone starts to lust after these virtual pipes to such an extent that they almost start to lose their actual pipes.
Oh yes, that's another crazy thing to see, is the leak. You start getting into that sin of envy with these fake Instagram, Facebook, Twitter posts that make it seem like they know what they're doing or talking about. Oh yeah, I got a special case. Now this is the new norm and people should just accept this. When for thousands of years we've had brothels, and now of course it's been regulated to strip clubs, just to make you feel, they're like, oh yeah, you should just be looking at this visually, but you should feel bad for going into a strip club, or you should feel bad for going into these roundabout ways to satisfying people our age, combined 53, haven't even lived this far for years. I'm sure that was very easy to understand.
No, that made perfect sense to me, and it just brought me to my next point. How many friends have you had come to you with a girlfriend, maybe a girl that they admire, a girl that they like, They come to me telling me that they're sucking out their pipes.
Oh,
They literally come up to me and they tell me to my face, hey, they're sucking out my pipes.
and you can see it, even if they're not even willing to tell it to you sometimes. Some of their pipes are
You see the pipes
off.
going down.
Pipe levels, you just do a simple pipe test.
But here's the conclusion that I've come to, Max. I don't think they are taking the pipes. I don't think the females are taking the pipes.
No, absolutely.
We
That's
are
what they're built to
offering
do.
them the pipes.
You're giving them
You
pipes
willingly
for free.
give them the pipe. And then you lose that pipe it could be indefinitely. You might never get that pipe back. And you'll be giving off less pipes.
And intrinsically is where you build the pipes, but you're giving them out externally.
Your body isn't a pipe tree.
Yeah.
You're not just constantly constructing pipes. That takes craftsmanship, wisdom.
Reading.
Reading skills.
Reading skills, huge in pipe development.
Dude, every time I read like the first 3 pages of a book, I usually don't read much more than that. But when I do, I feel my pipes increasing.
And that was your issue, right? Because as a prodigy, you actually did start reading at a very young age.
Yeah, so that's the thing, Max. At the age of 7 months, I completed the first Harry Potter series. I was reading on a...
What year was that?
What year was that? I think that was 1997.
Jesus, man. That's insane.
I mean, no one had ever seen anything like it. But I know you know this about me. I didn't know if I wanted to share this with the viewers.
I wasn't sure either.
I think I will. Because I think I'll honestly increase my pipes.
You get up, yeah. Just something to release, you know. It might be holding you back even.
Yeah, so when I was 4 years old, I smoked marijuana for the first time.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna make me tear up, man.
I can't read anymore.
And that's how you only get to the first 3 pages, is the picture book, picture parts?
I just fake it, man.
You fake it, man. And that part...
Dude, I remember reading. I remember it. It was cool.
Do you remember?
I just wish I could do it still.
Tragic.
You know how embarrassing it is to have people read stuff to you?
This is why I started the book club, man. It's because I wanted people to get back to their roots, to where they could start reading again and get back into it, man. This is why I'm vouching today, to teach you to read again. It's going to be a long, terribly hard journey for you to read, and it's painful. I know it's painful, and I get it. I understand you're probably going to hate me for it, but in the end, I think you'll understand that it was worth it. I'm so sorry, man. It's okay.
How do you think this is going, man?
I honestly think this is piss poor. Know how to... I mean, we'll figure it out in post. Another huge pimping strategy that has come into play recently is the ability to swim. Have you noticed that at all? You learn to swim so that your swimmers learn how to swim back, and then you don't have crazy kids. Have you ever noticed that? Or
Yeah.
no, am I lost?
I just have to take a second to register what you just said because it was so deep.
Take your time.
And it makes perfect sense. If you can't swim,
You can't swim, you can't read, you're becoming one with the sheep.
at that point you might be a sheep already.
You need to just cut some fur, start selling it, and maybe you'll get a little farther. But you are a full-grown sheep at that point.
Yeah, you're a
It's a
fully
float-
grown sheep.
Fully developed sheep. Walking around, herded. Bah!
It's all because you can't swim or read.
Or
You know
read.
what else I've noticed?
Not learning. Yes. Tell me.
Were you a Boy Scout?
For a second I was, actually, yes. I dropped out immediately, but yes, I was technically a Boy Scout. Actually, I was more of an Indian Guides thing.
What?
What were you going to say? No, tell me.
You're more of an Indian guide? What
You
does
ever-
that mean?
So it was like basically counter Boy Scouts. It's like my dad was like a chief.
It's
or something.
anti-Boy Scouts?
It's anti-Boy Scouts. It's like the complete opposite of Boy Scouts.
So you're pretending to be Indian.
You're pretending to be Indian. Not racist at all. You just sort of, you do calls. You have like little swimming pool racing tournaments. You got bowling alley stuff. You got camping with like, you know.
You and your family, wait, you and like who else? Like some other guys or
All guys.
all guys, white dudes, pretending to be Indians?
Pretending to be Indians. Yeah, upper middle class white dudes. And then you do like, hey, that was fun. Let's go back to my place and swim in the pool or something. You know? It was like a 5-minute thing you do. It's like, oh, we had a long, perilous tournament with those racing cars. We all raced each other's cars against other Indian tribes that weren't really Indians.
So while you were an Indian,
Wait, say what you were gonna say about Boy Scouts first. I need to hear
Okay.
what you noticed before you forget that one.
So, I personally dove right into Boy Scouts.
You're huge Boy
Loved
Scout.
it. Had all the merit badges. I sold so many cookies.
Was Boy Scouts cookies or were they popcorn?
The Boy Scouts sold well, was I a Girl Scout?
I don't know.
I sold cookies.
Okay.
They all had long hair.
Hey man, I have no idea, man. This is an outsider looking in.
Was I a Girl Scout?
It's possible, man. There's a lot of simp things that they programmed us for developmentally.
But what's simpier, a Boy Scout or a Girl Scout?
Another huge point there is the dynamic between Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts.
They like
All right, let's take this inside. Well, I think we covered a lot of topics. I think we have had deep intellectual discussion. And I'd like to invite you back to a book club every once in a while, maybe sometime,
Oh, I'd love
if
it.
you'd be interested.
I practice my reading every day, just so I can stay on this show.
I'll help you out, man. All right. This was Homie Number 1, Episode 2 of Book Club. Thank you for seeing us. Good night and good luck.